Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of this series that I'm going to be doing on crypto AI coins. I'm incredibly bullish on AI as a narrative over the next year or two. I think we're going to see a massive bubble in AI, not only in the stock market, but also in crypto as well. So I thought I'd do a little series where I go through crypto AI coins that I think will do well over the next year or two so that you guys can make your own decision as to whether you want to join me on that journey or not. So as you can see from my screen, a lot of the stocks that are kind of leading the charge in the stock market at the moment are kind of AI companies or companies that are working with AI, and AI is kind of leading that narrative that is drawing liquidity to them. For example, Microsoft, a massive player in AI, Nvidia, Google, all kind of playing the AI narrative and all kind of leaders in the AI space, whether it's the infrastructure or, the AIs themselves. So, if you just look at the market cap of Nvidia, for example, it's almost 1.8 trillion, which is pretty much the same size as the whole cryptocurrency market, right? So one stock, the same size as the whole cryptocurrency market, including Bitcoin, including all the altcoins. So there's a lot of money out there that can trickle into cryptocurrency and specifically crypto AI if the narrative really takes off like I think it will. I'm not only bullish on AI, there's a few other sectors that I'm bullish on, like DeepIn, for example, which is decentralized physical infrastructure networks, which is basically like almost data storage. So there's a bunch of different narratives that I'm bullish on, but AI and DeepIn are probably the main two, and they kind of play into each other pretty well. They're pretty similar narratives. Not only am I bullish on AI, and this is what's going to lead us into the coin that I'm going to talk about today, I'm bullish on Solana. I've been bullish on Solana since kind of August, July last year. I started to get really bullish, and I think it's going to be one of the leading L1s of this cycle. Right? So the coin that we're going to talk about today will not only benefit from the AI kind of DeepIn narrative, it's also going to benefit from being part of the Solana ecosystem, right? Because people are going to get, they're going to make a lot of money in Solana. So the price of Solana is going to go up. They were early to the Solana trade. They're going to make a lot of money from Solana. Then that money is going to trickle down into the Solana ecosystem, into Solana NFTs, which we'll talk about in another video, but specifically into the Solana ecosystem. So we're kind of killing two birds with one stone with the coin that we're going to be going through. So the coin that we are talking about today is NOSANA. Now, as you can see from their website, they've got AI right on the front page, powering the AI revolution, the most cost-effective GPU grid with zero lock-in. And basically what they're doing is similar to what Render is doing, which is, providing decentralized GPU or kind of like computer power to people that need extra computing power. So basically what people can do is almost rent out or sell their computing power to other people that may need it, right? So Render is kind of one of the leaders in this space at the minute with a $2.1 billion market cap. I still think it's got a lot of legs to run, but Render is not something that I own personally. I think it will continue to do well, but I think there are other better beta plays out there like NOSANA, for example. NOSANA is pretty similar to Render, but as you can see, it's powered by the Solana network. The market cap is a lot smaller than the market cap of Render, and I think it will continue to do well. And basically what NOSANA does is it serves as a bridge between the AI inference community and the Render network's decentralized GPU network by tackling three problems. And they are the GPU shortages, the idle compute issues, and the high public cloud pricing. So NOSANA is tackling a lot of narratives here that I'm bullish on, that I spoke about. AI is going to need a lot of computing power, and that is where NOSANA can come in and help provide that computing power to fuel these AIs. And it can really kind of play off that AI narrative, right? So diving into the tokenomics of NOSANA, you can see it's not too bad. 25% to the company, 20% to the team, 20% in mining, 17% to backers, 10% in liquidity, 5% airdrop, and then 3% was the public sale. So you can see at the moment, the fully diluted market cap of NOSANA is about 365 million compared to the fully diluted valuation of Render is 3 billion. So almost a 10x from the FDV of Render to the FDV of NOSANA. Now, the good thing about NOSANA is their reported circulating supply is very close to the max supply. You can see there's 100 million NOSANA in the total max supply, but the circulating supply is about 83.54%. which puts the market cap of NOSANA just under 300 million. So you can see the current market cap of Render, 2.1 billion, NOSANA 300 million. So there's definitely room to run. And, I'm not saying that NOSANA will definitely overtake Render or even match Render, but it definitely shows that there's room to run for, a product like NOSANA. Like I said earlier in the video as well, I do think Render goes higher. I still think Render has a lot higher to go. I just think NOSANA probably has a bit higher than Render, probably has a bit more room to run compared to Render, because I don't really think we've seen NOSANA take off. I mean, we'll have a look at the chart in a second, but I still think that there is room for NOSANA to run. Given the market cap, it's not on that many exchanges yet. If you look at where it's actually listed, it's still mainly DEXs like Radium, Orca, things in the Solana ecosystem. It is on MEXC, it is on Gate, but it's not on any of those tier 1 exchanges, which I do think will come further down the line, maybe later this year. So there's a lot of room to run for NOSANA. This is one of my most bullish AI plays. We, in the Crypto Alpha Room, we got in pretty early. For those of you who are interested, you can click the link in the description to get access to, my portfolio and when I'm getting into these coins. But I first started buying NOSANA down here around the kind of 50 to 60 cent region in December. And then I really kind of doubled down. And, I said to the guys in the community around kind of mid to late January, this is one of my most bullish, highest conviction AI plays. I think this is going to really, really do well. So when it was around $1, just over $1, we really started to double down on this position. And you can see now, a month later, roughly just under a month later, we are trading at $3.60. So it's been a really nice trade for me. I still think this has a lot higher to go. I haven't sold any just yet. My targets for NOSANA are much, much higher than where price currently is. Also, you can stake your NOS. So roughly, I think if you look it up for a year, I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I think you get about 40% a year for staking it. So you can get some pretty insane staking rewards for staking your NOS as well. So just an extra benefit, if you stake your NOS, you get 40% a year, and then the price also goes up 10x on top of that. That could lead to some pretty nice gains. The trade-off is that you just lock it up for a period of say 1 year, or however long you're happy to lock up your NOS for. And then if we do a quick comparison, so NOS actually doesn't come up on this website. I've had to manually input this, but if you put in the circulating supply, the current price of NOS, which is $3.60, and you compare it to the market cap of Render, if the market cap of NOS was the same as the market cap of Render, which is about 2.1 billion, it would be $25 per NOS. Now for me, I first bought this coin when it was around 50 to 60 cents, like I said, in kind of like mid-December. So this would be a pretty insane trade for me if this went to $25. And that's just based on the current market cap of Render, which you can see is about 2.1 billion. But I do think, like I said, that Render will go higher. And I do think that NOSANA has much, much higher to go. I think we could easily see kind of $30 to $50 NOSANA somewhere over the next kind of 12 to 15 months. Now, obviously, don't hold me to that. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research, all of those disclaimers. I think we could quite comfortably, if this narrative really does take off, especially if Solana goes to the prices that I think Solana can go to, I definitely think we could see NOS in the kind of $30 to $50 region, maybe even higher if things really, really start to take off. And that would kind of put the market cap around 3 billion, just over 3 billion. If we got to $30, it would be about 3.5 billion roughly. And then if we got to $50, it would be closer to the kind of 5 billion mark, which I definitely think is doable for NOS. If we look at the chart in the short term, you can see we've had this massive run up. We actually almost hit $4 yesterday. And now it looks like we're going to have a bit of a pullback. So these pullbacks are still for buying for me, especially if we are blessed with a pullback down to come and retest these highs. I would definitely be looking to add to my NOS bag. Like I say, most of my accumulation was done down here and kind of like throughout this consolidation here. And then we had this massive impulse to the upside. But pullbacks for me are still for buying. Like I said, I think we are going much, much, much higher over the course of this year. All of this price action here is just going to look smaller and smaller and more insignificant. That being said, do not FOMO in all the way up here. You want to wait for these pullbacks. And if we are blessed with a pullback to come and retest this high, then that is definitely somewhere that I would be looking to load up on NOS. I think the risk to reward from these kind of levels down here, kind of, under $2 is pretty good. So like I said, for those of you who are looking to buy NOS, these are the exchanges you can get it on. Radium is where I bought it. You can get it on Orca as well. You can also get it on Jupiter as well, which is where I bought some of the NOS, which is also a decentralized exchange on the Solana network. So you need a Phantom wallet, which you can connect and you'll be able to buy it. But like I said, if you guys are interested in joining the community to get access to the rest of the AI coins or any other AI coins that I'm bullish on before I post them on social media, we've had some crazy gains over the last few weeks, you know, coins doing 500%, 900%. And, you know, I think it's just the start for this AI narrative. So if you guys are interested, you want access to my portfolio, you want access to, you know, when I'm buying, when I'm selling, and any trades that I'm taking, then click the link below to join the Crypto Alpha Room. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.